Tesla has arrived at this point by relying mostly on massive quantities of computing power and sheer force, but this is not where it will finish up. There is a lot of excitement surrounding the stock market, and we've learned something that might completely change the game in this video. We'll explore the demand increase for Tesla shares at a pivotal junk that holds the key to the company's future as we solve the mysteries behind this startling news, but that's just the beginning. We'll delve far into the realm of indications, understand the RSI, and unearth information that can propel Tesla to unprecedented heights. Generally speaking, the goal of any given technology is to get it to function before making it efficient. These models will get better with time. Before we dive deeper into the world of Tesla, take a deep breath because next week is going to be incredible with monumental earnings reports and astounding data. Remember to click the like button. And to add a little magic to our day, subscribe to Tesla Stock News. Now let's embark on this exciting adventure together without further ado. Today, a significant shift occurred regarding the Tesla stock. It was officially confirmed in response to a reporter's query that preparations are underway for the imminent release of the fully autonomous beta. Tesla has not yet provided a precise date for this release, but it is reasonable to assume that this would coincide with 12's readiness, and that it will launch as we go into December's final chapters, or possibly early January 2024. There's a tangible sense of excitement and growing tension about this potentially revolutionary event. The stock market is holding its breath in anticipation of what could be a truly transformative moment for Tesla and its investors, and this alignment of events is expected to heighten the excitement and anticipation. Even more, I must stress that the price of Tesla's stock has not yet taken this development into account. The potential impact is significant, as even a 10% adoption rate of SSD in China and North America, which includes the US and Canada, could boost Tesla's earnings considerably and possibly send the stock price skyrocketing into the 300s. As most said, there is hope for the future. About 36.2% of the paved roads on Earth are found in China and the United States. Combined, furthermore, Tesla has presented its clientele with an alluring offer starting today. A generous 6 months of free supercharging will be given to anyone ordering and accepting delivery of a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y in the US by December 31st. This action will definitely draw in more purchasers. Concerns regarding Crow were brought up by ARK Invest analyst Tasha Keeney, who speculated that the business may have taken on more risk than competitors like WIM. She brought up the fact that compared to the national average of 0.19 million miles per crash, Crow's adjusted miles per crash on surface streets was 0.04 million for manually operated vehicles. Waymo does better, averaging about 500,000 meters per crash, while Tesla with FSD achieves an astounding 3.2 million miles per crash. It's crucial to note the noteworthy statistical difference between Cruise and Tesla in related stories. After federal tax credits, a new Model Y rear-wheel drive variant can now be purchased for as little as $33,900. This price may decrease even further based on state incentives. GM's robot taxi division announced on Wednesday that it would be making a comeback in just one city. Let's take a moment to enjoy the sight of a Cybertruck delivering a passenger to the airport in Austin. The idea that this might happen on a regular basis is amazing. An updated charging webpage emphasizes "Go anywhere, charge everywhere" as evidence of Tesla's market dominance in the electric vehicle arena. The company's superior Model 3 has been certified as the best car to buy in Norway. Meanwhile, the biggest energy storage player in Alberta is set to activate a new $50 million. Tesla's presence in the energy sector is further increased with the Tesla Mini AP Pack system located close to Grande Prairie, Canada. With software release 2023-38.9, Tesla introduced the convenient feature of single-tap autopilot activation. This makes driving easier for Tesla owners. In addition, there are rumors on social media that the full self-driving FSD beta could be released in China in December or early January of the following year. Stay tuned for more information on this fascinating development. In the meantime, let's focus on the expanding horizon of Tesla's FSD beta, which is getting ready for release. This is not to be taken lightly, but outside of North America, this development may act as a spark to send Tesla stock well into the 300s. Similar to Tesla's entry into India, this is another case where we are aware of the upcoming launch, but the markets don't seem ready for such a big change in Tesla's FSD strategy. When it does eventually go live in China, it will be a historic moment for Tesla and may even surprise the market in other noteworthy news. Hong Kong said that it had sold 75 Teslas in October, with 99.5% of those sales being the Yulai model and the remaining 0.5% being the Model 3. This represents 64% of the total sales from the previous year. An intriguing trend is the increase in Model Y inventory, which would account for Tesla's recent performance and long-term model discounts. There are currently 6,300 Model Ys in inventory globally. Model S and Model X inventories are roughly 2,000 units each, and Model 3 inventory is currently dropping at a rate of about 2,000 units. This dramatic increase in model inventories going on, we may observe a minor weakening of the trend in the Google trend data for the Model 3 and Model Y, but nothing concerning. It's important to note that as November 30th draws near, the popularity of the Cybertruck is predicted to soar, potentially creating a halo effect that increases attention across Tesla's entire product lineup. The model's interest appears to be stabilizing, while the Cybertruck is experiencing a mild decline but remains at elevated levels compared to historical data. Tesla is still actively participating in the global advertising scene, releasing roughly 3 new advertisements each year, with the US being the primary market, followed by Europe and Australia. From a technical perspective, the proportion of equities above their 50-day moving average is at 62.6%, which is a little lower than the highs of almost 77% reached in July and suggests that market mood may yet rise. According to the most recent AI investor sentiment poll, around 45.3% of investors expressed positive attitude for the week ending November 22nd, while 31.3% had a neutral stance and 23.6% took a bearish one. Bearish sentiment has significantly decreased, falling from 28.1% to 23.6%. In contrast, bullish sentiment has increased by around 2%, and neutral opinion has improved by about 3%. With 65% of volume on the call side and 35% on the put side, Tesla's option activity has been largely positive. This indicates a bullish outlook among a wide spectrum of investors, including hedge funds, institutions, and retail traders. Looking ahead to the market's trajectory, futures currently suggest that stocks are poised to open in the green. Additionally, 10-year Treasury yields appear to be on a downward trend. The Nasdaq, Dow, and S&P are all showing minor gains of approximately 1%, signaling a potentially favorable trading day tomorrow. It's worth noting that historically Black Friday has seen positive stock performance with a track record spanning the last 30 to 40 years. It's important to remember that history repeats itself. Customarily, the market has performed well since Black Friday, and although there is always a chance for a deviation from the trend, a good closing for the week is predicted. The unusual circumstances create more curiosity for the following trading day. Bond futures are expected to be open until about lunchtime, giving traders insight into movements in the bond market. But given the market's sensitivity to bond yields, equities will continue to trade. This dynamic gives the trading day an additional degree of mystery and complexity. The Japanese inflation rate is an important catalyst to keep an eye on. This rate can affect market sentiment both annually and monthly. If Japan's inflation rate is lower than expected, it could indicate a reluctance to raise rates, which could be good news for the bond market. Japan owns a sizable portion of U.S. Treasury securities, and there are worries that if it were to raise interest rates considerably, investors might move their holdings from U.S. to Japanese Treasury securities. However, this is only a theoretical scenario, as Japan would need to raise rates significantly for this to happen. Now, let's turn our attention to Tesla. Despite a 3.1% decline in the stock price yesterday, which ended at $233.75 per share, the outlook is still positive. It's predicted that Tesla will probably follow the broader market trend and possibly enter the green region tomorrow. The stock price loss of almost 3% may not have been justified, and it's important to emphasize that there is significant support and buying interest in the area from and 30 down to 222. There has been a lot of purchasing activity in this area. Tesla has been consistently forming higher lows, which is a positive indicator. If the price dropped further during the daily intraday trade, it would most likely find support at the $230 mark. One notable trend is that Tesla regularly crosses the $230 level during trading.